All right, so welcome in. We got season 12 preseason. We got week number 2, about the startup of the preseason. So if you guys are not really familiar with everything that's going on, how we're doing this, right? Preseason leads all the way up to the start of September when we have the NFL season start up. And so we're going to be, we made some tweaks already for the preseason for this run, this next couple month run. And we're going to see how everything goes. We're going to make some tweaks coming up as well, going into the actual season for season 12. But preseason now, actual season 12 will start up in September. It will roll with the NFL season. It will end in champs. And so then we will start the offseason then. So technically 3 seasons overall in one season for Fantasy the Show, at least for our scheduling, right? Everything starts, the new year starts in May, when we have the rookie set, and then that is like part 1. Part 2 starts in September. Part 3 starts in like February, post champs, post the Super Bowl, or somewhere around the Super Bowl. So anyway, I wanted to pop live and chit chat a little bit. I'm gonna get everybody who is here, I'm gonna be hooking everybody up. So make sure you guys stay active, because I want to do kind of a roll call a little bit later. Going to be hooking everybody who's here up with a nice 5-pack of rookies, okay? Could be regular rookies, could be hex rookies, could be some gear, could be epics. You never know, man. So I'm going to be making sure to get everybody who is here hooked up with a nice pack for being here, all right? So I just wanted to go over some stuff, some changes, some stuff you may have seen pop up on the site. And then update from last week and what we had. All right. So we did start on Sunday. Sunday was the first of the rookie RPG tournament events. Okay. So between now and the rest of the month, we're going to be doing, they may not all be tournaments. I have a blackout version coming up, which is going to be really fun. I like this kind, right? Everybody gets one. It's sub only. Don't forget for all of these, okay? They're sub only. That way, if you win it, you get a tradable 1 of 1 for the rookie that you get to pick, okay? You got to be smart. Pick the ones that you think might have a shot. And we had the first of these events on Sunday. And shocking, Zug took it down. Now, you can't see who's above Zug, but there are 2 rookies already out here. What's up? Whooped them. What's up? But Zug took it down. So first one of the event, taken down by Zug. Burns narrowly behind him. And then Collins, look at you. You're good. You're just not good enough ever, huh? Dang. I love you though. Don't worry. And so the first 2 whiteouts of the event that just went out, we have Trey Boston and what is it? Antonio Williams, I believe. So Boston, Cleveland receiver. Again, a lot of receivers in that pool for Cleveland. Not really sure what's going on with the QBs. So Trey, I guess everybody was kind of on Trey Boston as like the next guy up. But anyway, that is who Zug went with. Boston. I took Antonio Williams. I think he could be really fun. Dave, he's for your squad. Washington receiver there. He could be like the Debo replacement. So I grabbed him. And again, these are rare 4-slot, hopefully, hex whiteouts. And again, the only way you can grab one is if you win it. So these are the 2 that went out on Sunday. All right. So that was the first one. We have 2 coming up each week from now until the end of the event. Do not forget, because there is no event final, the final week of the event is going to be just like this one. We're going to be, doing more whiteout events intermixed. We're going to have the typical stuff, the unlimited, the cap, the blackout stuff running all week. And you guys are going to want to make sure you're taking that seriously and getting in on that, okay? You're really going to want to make sure you're taking that seriously. Because some cool stuff might be coming later if you guys do well and you rank very high. Hey, more on that possibly later. So anyway, I wanted to take a minute to jump into what we had this past week and what we're going to be looking forward to coming up for the next couple months. And I want to try to be quick so that the video isn't too long that I'm going to be editing and getting up on YouTube, because I got to do a better job of getting it out there so you guys can keep up. All right. So first 2 rookies are out. They are now off limits. Again, Trey Boston, Antonio Williams. You have a Cleveland receiver and a Washington receiver. I thought about going with a Penn State running back, but just figured I'd kind of leave it out there for now and, kind of give it a minute. So that is what we had last week on Sunday. All right. So before we get into this week's stuff coming up, I want to take a look real quick at this pop-up that came out today. I know people have said it in the past. I know Cryptic's been a big one on this, talking about like being able to use your cards all the way through in capped, right? Because capped is the most important, right? We talk about it all the time. And I want it to be that way, right? And so if it's going to be the most important thing, or if it's going to be kind of like sort of the end game, not just unlimited, well, then those cards need to play all the way through, okay? So you guys see this. This is going to be this one of the Season 12 pop-ups that stay throughout the duration of Season 12, the preseason. This will be in the announcement page if you want to go check this out at any time, okay? We have the Season 12 announcement pop that has the YouTube link, but then we're also going to have this as the second one in, so you can go and check this out. Now, what this is the schedule week over week of what the caps are going to be, the rotating cap setup, okay? So if you look, we have 11 different setups. Each one of these rows going across represents a week. The left side is the Friday setup, which is the per slot max game setup for cap. The right side is the total cap that we like to run on Mondays. All right, and that's typically like a 20% max and like a 5% min. I kind of rounded a little bit more on the mins. But again, this is what we're going to be rolling with during Season 12, at least for the preseason. And again, it is subject to change because if we do get the spread again of the epics a little bit more from rare, and then the legendary and super off of epic to kind of make the blackouts a little bit better and to change up the rating a little bit more, these could change a little bit, but they are in there for you guys to kind of follow along. So last week, we ran, I believe 10K, 2 million roughly. So this week coming up, Friday's cap's going to be a 15K max. Now, what is that? That's roughly a fine card with normals on it in that range. And that's going to be, slot max on Friday. The rating total for Monday's cards is going to be 3.4 million. Okay, so what does this all mean? We're starting at 10K. We're going all the way up to 1.75 million per slot. That means that cap games are going to be incorporating all the way up to like this is like legendary with legendaries on it, or like super with a mix of epic and legendary on it. Okay, so that means all of the cards that you guys pull, at least without too many levels on them, will be brought in the cap all the way at the top, right? So people who say, oh, I already have a Jonathan Taylor. Oh, I got a new one for this event. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Well, keep that super. Throw some epics on it from the event. Guess what? You have a really nice capped card, okay? If you cannot afford to be reallotting your top level cards, at least keep that one low. Don't put the points in, and then you guys can use that in pretty much the top end of the cap up here, probably 1.1 mil or 1.75 mil per slot, okay? Now, you see red all the way up to green. That just shows you the lowest end of the slot max and the high end of the slot max. That is what we're sitting at currently with the way the ratings are per rarity, okay? On the Monday side, the right side over here, this is, again, total, and it's about 20% on at the max that you can use in any of your slots. But again, you have a total salary cap that you guys have to stay under and the minimum that goes along with it. The reason why the lowest starts in the middle is just to kind of offset, right? So that we have the lowest end of the slot max and then kind of the mid end of the Monday. It's just so that we don't have like max on Friday that's like 2 mil max and then 15 mil as the cap on Monday. That way, if you're a newer player and you're still building sets, at least once a week, you're going to have a pretty good shot. But typically, you should be okay. It's just on those extremes where you don't want it to get kind of too crazy. So this will be kind of week number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down. So when we get to like week 11, roughly, you're going to see 1.75 mil on the per slot max and 1.36 mil on the Monday game, which is the total cap. Again, 425,000 is the max, 50K min. You can kind of, you kind of know where that sits. Okay. So again, that's just, I wanted to give you guys a quick heads up on this so that you understand it a little bit better. This is going to be what we operate for cap games in the preseason. And then the fun games that we do, like this stuff, the survive events, those I kind of like to keep them sort of hovering in the middle. We had 175K cap the other day. And what today's is 150K 50K max with a 1 million cap overall. So this is more 15% on the max end and then a little higher on the floor as well. And with that being said, so today, 5 p.m. Eastern, this contest is going to kick off. We're going to have the second of these bad boys. So your second shot at a 1-of-1 whiteout. Again, you can't pick Trey Boston, you can't pick Antonio Williams. This will be today at 5 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Okay, so left side is one half of the bracket, right side is the other. It is a survivor event. It is subscriber only. So you at minimum have to be a tier 1 sub on the site. And again, Wednesday, Sunday, I'm going to try to have this stuff each week so that we, even on the off days, we have something cool going on for you guys to pay attention to. And again, it's going to start at 5 p.m. This final game, the final here, isn't going to kick off till I think like 9 o'clock tonight, which is, it makes it fun. It's a little bit of a long watch and a long wait, but something you could passively check in on and kind of see how you're doing. All right. So subscriber only cap today is going to be 1 mil. It's going to be Monday style with, it is just a total cap. And again, survive in advance. And you guys have seen on the contest page what the prizes are looking like. At the moment, it's set at a top 10. Plus, everybody picks up 5K scrap and 7,500 XP for jumping in. So you could pick up some nice rare hex cards and fun things for placing top 10. If you come in first, you're going to get the 1-of-1 choice whiteout. Plus, you're going to get the most hex cards, and you're going to get some decent trophies on top. Okay, so today's 1 million cap. And then on Sunday, we are going to have a 300K max per slot, meaning we are 2.7 million in total. Again, it's going to play more like a Friday game on Sunday. This is going to be your Sunday setup, at least as far as the teams go and the tournament bracket goes. Now, the way in which I'm doing it is, if you go and you look at what teams play when during the week, and you go over and you look at the actual schedule, what I do is I put in a full 16-game schedule with each team playing once. I break that up into the games of the week, the typical games. Then I add another set, which takes a long time, but I'm trying to schedule it all out. I have the full month already done. And then I'm going to try to do it for the entire off-season or preseason leading up to September. It'll be nice to get all of that in so we really have a good idea what games are each week. So again, then I take another set of 16 games and I split them up into 8 and 8. One set is the Wednesday game, one set is the Sunday game. Okay, so the other half of the Wednesday set, again, this is the first set of 8 games, first set of 16 teams. And then the Sunday set is the second set of 16 teams. So the teams won't be playing twice in Wednesday, Sunday, but they will be playing again between Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday. Okay, so that should make sense to you guys. All right. Again, 300K per slot max on Sunday. If you're on the announcements page, you can click the green button. It'll take you right there. Again, you have to be a sub to be able to get in. And Sunday's contest starts up at noon, meaning the final game on Sunday will kick off at 4 p.m. So we'll be done about 5:30. Okay, because we have a Wednesday contest, tournament contest, and then another one. As soon as the Wednesday one is done, I think midnight Eastern on Thursday morning, this pop-up will come. So then you'll see that, and you'll be able to then pick through. You can already see the contest is up on Sunday, but then you'll get the actual graphic to go along with it. All right. So that is your that is your main tournament set for the week. Again, going from this week to the next couple weeks, we have, I think, maybe even next week, Sunday is just going to be a regular game set. It's not going to be tournament style. It may say tourney. But again, just make sure you guys are checking in on the rules. Yeah, that it'll change the way you set up your contest with regards to the whiteout stuff. Okay, so it's not always going to be a tourney. Make sure you guys are paying attention. All right, and again, you see the little empty squares down here. That's how you know there are more games coming. That's how you know that it is a tournament. All right. And then the usual stuff. So we'll have this the next 3 weeks as we finish off the draft event. We will start with a Wednesday tournament or a whiteout game. We will go to Thursday Unlimited. That's going to be the 8 p.m. game, the solo game. Friday will be Blackout, Capped, and Unlimited. Now, the difference on Friday, because we have two 16-game sets technically for the week, I shoved some sim games into the Friday and Monday set as well, which is nice. It makes it brings it to a total of 7 games on Friday and Monday. Oh my God, OP? Not really. The Unlimited games will continue to contain only the standard 3 set that we have. So they will be the 520, the 640, and the 8 o'clock games. And then the Blackout and the Capped game for Friday and Monday will have those games plus the 4 extra sim games for the day. So it's fun because it'll make Blackout and Capped a little bit different. And then Unlimited, you'll still be held to that typical set. Friday is going to be a live game set. Monday will be a live game set for this week as well. Same thing with next week, and then the following week will be kind of a setup week again as we get ready for the birthday event in June, which is crazy that it's already coming. All right, so that should make sense to you guys. Scheduling-wise, we're going to have basically 32 games a week in the base set. If we have tournaments, there will be extra rounds to add on top of that, but that will be the typical schedule from now until, at least through the end of this event. All right. There's a whiteout tournament game coming up that is a salary unlimited game, which is fun. That maybe next week. I'm not really sure when. I think it's going to be a Wednesday game. So it will be a tiered tournament, but you will have to pick a team with unlimited salary, meaning you don't really just want everyone on the same team. It will be Survivor, but you're going to kind of want to get smart with it. And that'll be fun. So again, it'll be a 1 lineup game. I think it might be next Wednesday. And again, winner will still get to choose a whiteout. All right. So we're going to have, 6 to 8 whiteouts like this out there in the wild, which will be fun. They should all be tradable. And yeah, that's a look at the next couple weeks. So hopefully you guys have seen the pop-ups, have read through, and hopefully now it makes a decent amount of sense. All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show. 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 Welcome to the show. Fantasy the Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show. 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 Welcome to the show. Fantasy the Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show. 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 to the show. Fantasy the show. Welcome 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 to the show. Fantasy the Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show. Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show. Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show. Welcome to the show. Fantasy the show.